Okay, so far one auntie is not wearing a mask. She seems to be quite happy about it. Everyone else is wearing a mask. Oh, one more uncle is not wearing a mask, but he's walking around with walking sticks.
Les chasseurs m'apportent comme les petits soldats qui veulent me prendre. Hello guys, it's me again. So today marks the day when we are allowed to be outdoors without a face mask, and I thought I should celebrate this momentous occasion by putting on a bright red lipstick and modeling for you guys before it smudges by something stupid that I will do, as I normally do. But anyway, the point of this is that I wanted to tell you that last Sunday I went to the National Gallery to attend an exhibition on the artwork of the late Mr. Paik Nam June. It was really awesome. I didn't have time to edit the footage to make it to a coherent whole till now, so I hope you guys will enjoy watching it as I did making it. So without further ado, here it is. In the work of Mr. Paik Nam June, we see the convergence of technology, spirit and nature through the manipulation of television sets, sound recordings and moving images in real time as an artistic tool of expression. The TV itself serves not only to proliferate pop culture, but stands as a bridge between art and technology. This work is entitled Sistine Chapel and consists of projectors playing a set of videos randomly but simultaneously. It is an exploration of the links between East and West, and featured many of his friends and collaborators as though a summary of his artistic career. This is but one example of electronically produced moving images brought within the definition of art. There is nothing linear or chronological about this, but rather a mixed bag of works taken from a different points in time to suggest unbroken connections between them, which accords with life if you see it as a collection of key defining moments. John Cage was also known for his experimental music and use of common everyday objects in art, was highly influential upon Paik's later works, which relied upon improvisation and chance. It was Cage who encouraged him to be open and return to his original heritage, which we see in recurring allusions to Zen Buddhism. Paik worked by combining different art forms through theatrical performances. This is the plan of Symphony of 20 rooms, intended to be a multi-dimensional sensory experience, including smell, in a moving theatre comprising of different rooms delivering different experiences. The roles of artist, performer, organizer, composer, and various other participants are all blurred, as the audience take on an active role in the creation of music as they move from room to room, each contributing to the fluidity as a collection of events unfolds in real time. His background in classical music was used as a springboard to challenge set boundaries of traditional methods of composition and practices, as well as the use and production of sounds using traditional classical musical instruments. Here we have piano, which was modified to sound not only different but muted in some parts to introduce an element of the unexpected. Paik's work is an imitation of the fluidity and effect of life and nature, rife with unexpected changes, influencing and bending gradually or suddenly. Some see this as a destruction of traditional values, which is understandable with the deliberate modification of instrument or subverting its instrumentality or institution. Others see it as a renewal of boundaries, a redefinition or revolution, as dynamic as a living thing. Any sound could be music, which I think is important when we think of uncommon musical instruments that are used in different little known cultures around the world. This openness makes negligible ideas of mainstream and periphery. In this series, images were manipulated to bring about the moon-like shapes at various stages with the passage of time, which Paik achieved in a relatively much shorter period of time with the clever use of magnets. He and frequent collaborator Boyce often make references to the moon as they envisioned unity between the East and West, man with nature, and the spiritual and science. Their collaborations result in the combination of art, music, and life. The moon is significant because moon gazing is practiced by men for generations and from all over the world, which often result in their own unique stories and legends. That is, same object can inspire different stories, and people of the world view the same object. Moon is also significant in Buddhism because it represents truth. Here we see allusions to meditation, as in Zen Buddhism. In the candle on the right, the flame is susceptible to air, altering its shape and movement. As the candle burns, we have art imitating nature, as it relates to the passage of time, aging, and death. Candle is encased in TV, yet both representation and actual candle have the same quality, fleeting and transient, just as life itself. This is why meditation requires focus on the moment. To the left is movements of the hands to the face as a form of meditation or allusions to self-reflection or sensing of self. That is, look inwardly only to the extent that you are able to see beyond your immediate self. Here we see manipulation of image through recalibration, which results in the projection being reduced to its basic components in terms of color, emphasizing the illusory form of representation, yet reminds us that despite being a mere imitation, it can still have an overbearing presence. Another way to look at this is a confrontation of real with their own image. We can see how things can appear real when the focus is on similarities, yet we are reminded that although it is happening now, it is not necessarily real and might be only a shadow of the original. Charlotte Mormon shared a common interest in avant-garde music and live performances, and agreed that sexuality should not be excluded from classical music, hence the latter often appears in various states of nudity. Paik's work also comprised of a series of strategically placed televisions as part of the landscape. It is here that we can see the visionary or revelatory quality in him, as manifested through his work. Paik saw technology not distinct from the human world, emphasizing coexistence with nature, both enhancing and informing the other, similar to the teachings of Zen Buddhism and its elements of interdependency and connectedness of all things. This is why screens were mounted on humanoid robots, to give technology a more human quality. So instead of being simply the result of esoteric scientific processes, there is an attempt at fostering an easier connection between humans and technology by emphasizing similarities for better understanding. Paik saw the importance of mass media and the role of artists in it, using technology to distribute art and enabling long-distance collaborations carried out live. He called the system for exchanging information worldwide Electronic Superhighway 1974. He worked with Shuya Abe to construct a synthesizer with which he could manipulate and transform the making of live moving images realized by random people he invited, demonstrating endless variation and possibilities.
Look at this work of art. Should have chosen a different color mask, right? Good news, the sun is now being hidden by the clouds and I don't have to put on my sunglasses anymore and look really weird. But in other good news, I am now not lost. So at least I know how to walk back. So I've been here yesterday. So I'm going back to Bencoolen MRT station and I'm gonna go to my favorite place, Vivo City, to get me some vegetarian food. And then I'm gonna head home before heading.
Thank you for watching and see you again next time.